to sustain one's personal desire, up and above before anything comes between. God is the Father of the Son. God, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. He had 5 areas of creation before man ever showed up. Different levels of existence of the primary atom. When you get to number 4, you have made the last completion. Number 5 has to be the builder. 5 goes to 1, 5 goes to 2, 5 goes to 3, 5 goes to 4, 5 turns around, goes to 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10. Voila. 5 and 4, 5 and 4, 9 and 9, 18. 5 and 5 is 10, 28th cycle of the moon. Plain and simple. I sit in my chair. I got out of my chair. I put food in my fridge. What we need to do to survive. But the fun in between is irrelevant whether it is real or imagination, as long as it does not disturb anyone else. The garbage cans, the dog pees, water hydrant, long grass. Buries the bone. Buries the bone no one has to find. The cat buries the poop. It licks all its fur and spits up an air ball from what sticks to the cat. Then we come on to the 9 lives. 6.66 billion people in the world divided by 9 equals to 74. 74 or 7.4 years to a dog's life compared to 6 man. 1.4 is the DNA average. If we multiply this, we become 420. Viable. 60 seconds because of the 10 clock. It is the star 10 that creates both sides and all sides of 24. 24 hours in the day, 24th letter X. 10, Roman numeral X. 444, 7 hours, 24 minutes. Minus, we get 444. Minus, we get 396. Plus it, we get 444. 240, the Mayan, plus an area space. Remember, we overlap area space. We lock in area space for 2 sides, and the middle, the 22 of the 66, is missing here. It's an overlap, like the Z. You have to go this way to come back this way to go this way. Split energy on 2 sides. We get the echo of the vibration. So we have the same. You add it up 720 because there's another 720 in the day, right? First it's the early 444 time, and now it's the late 444 time, which makes it 1644. So I'm going to figure out that 16 times 60 equals to 960. What a perfect number. And 44 equals 10.4. Roger, communication, 10.4. Half of that is 5.2. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. Area space. If we seed it, it will rose or rise. O's, okay, actually is talking about water above ground. Above ground. The ground is in the energy. It rises above the grounding. Life is the V letter and also represents the 10th letter, Jack Valet, J letter. The 11th card in the deck, Valet. The V letter is also the 11th card in the deck. So you see, when we say it in English, it becomes half jack. 10 times 10 is 100. Bank, player, or tie. Just throwing that in. Now we come back to this scenario here. 24/7, 168. The 8th 24 is 192. The 26/7, this is the cat. This represents the dog. This is man. This is the moon. These are all different cycles. We're multiplying them all by 7. We end up with equaling, add them up, 15. Add them up, 11. Add them up, 15. Add them up, 18, 21. This creates your cube. This creates 16, creates 7. This becomes 2, 7, 2, 5. 7 1/4, 1.75. That's the... I can't even explain what it is. That's something to do inside the donut. Okay. When we get to the 8 time, the moon, we have 4, 5, 6, the Federation. we get 96 and 96 because 1, there's 2 worlds. 2, there's 4 worlds. This would be 430. This would be 832, which is the doorway into heaven. 32 represents that. If I only add this one to this one, okay, it becomes 400. That is the east-west rotation. That's all I know. X and X, the DC world, is what it forms to in numbers. 22 by 7, 22, 24, 26, 28, they are all black and roulette. Becomes 154. DNA, sun, foxhole, life, 88 and 88, the joint skies. This joins the skies. That's what this number does over here. 57, now we're multiplying it by 22 times 6 is 132. Spirit and the freezing point, the doorway. 5 and 6 all create the letter F. It's also the same as going 5-4 is on one side of the sun. 5-6 is on the other side of the sun. What is the equivalent between 5-4 and 5-6? It equals 20, right? Because a 1 number is 10 parts of something. 110 is the energy. 110, 132. 22 is the difference. The cat in 6 and in 5. The cat in 5 says 120. Add 1 to 15, representing the pool balls, the 7th gate. 144, this is the DNA, the IT system running inside the sun, whatever goes through the sun. The dog is where we are right now, the other side of the sun. 156. 11, creation of 2 sides. 15 of Mars. 61 of the half-life. 56 is also representation of Father, Mother. A and B, 1 and 2, creation of the 7th gate. 1 and 2 equals 3. 3 and 7. 3 and 7 are almost an absolute because 1 and 2 is a crap. You do not make a point. You do not go anywhere. The minimum is 1 and 2. To the 10th world, the 5 and 5 split world of half and half, which creates your 10, okay, 3.5 or 3.5 times 8 will equal to 28, which is the cycle of the moon, and that's what happens when you put an ounce together. 168 is the week, 6 times 28. 130 is a touchdown. Add 1 to 16, which is the half-life, and you end up with 136. All zeros equal 6, so all 6 equals 0. Area around Mars, 15. The time clock, 414, DNA, the switch over between 22 and 24. Grover Cleveland of Sesame Street is hanging on a pole showing these numbers as presidents. 57 is inside the moon. Now, this is missing 4 times. Okay, 4 times this is missing 8. 7 times, okay, it is missing 9. And 1 time it is missing 6. 1 time, okay, it is missing 5. 1 time it is missing 4. Excuse me, 3 times it is missing 4. Do you know what I'm doing here? If I had to bring these to the days of the month, that would be my equational character. If we go into the moon times 6, I get 3042, and that's a perfect vibration of 6. 285, bing bang, right to the center to calculate, 285. So all these numbers are perfect. 9 lives of the cat equals 7.4 life dog per man, equaling to 444. Minus and plus it, 444 times 4, 1776. Minus it equals 396. So we're going to go 396 times 4 equals 1584. 1584, check this out. 1584 times 4 times 5 times 4 equals times 5 equals 316, 800. No, this didn't work out what I wanted to say. So 1584 is actually, 1584 is 5184 times 5, which is a representation of Mars Pluto, equals 25,920, the Mayan count. I know those numbers. So where did those numbers come from again? Where did that number come from? See, I'm going to have to go back through that video where that number comes from. 1584. Okay. So yeah, basically that's what it is. This is G and E. The moon is G and E on the moon. So you're talking about age. You're talking about the split moon, something coming through the moon and the sun. See, I absolutely, through numbers, I'm talking to you through what I've learned through numbers, through basics. Absolutely. I'm not reading this somewhere. So whatever you think that I might know, whatever you think actually that makes sense, whatever you think that doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand where I'm not making sense and where my thinking has come from. And if you can believe in that, and when I start making sense, that the things that don't make sense can only be a mathematical illusion, that they make sense and they don't make sense. You know, I'm trying to see if I can exactly place that. Inside 28, it goes 4 times. There's so many equations because every equation takes us to a different level. Here, 7 goes into 28 4 times. It is a single cycle. This is less than a cycle. 3 times 7 goes into here, and then 5, 7, that says G and E, 5 of 7, 5 of 7, electronic. This is 3 times 7, 21, and then 3 is 7, and that is the cube. The cube, and then this one over here. Everything has a different level. Do you understand what I'm saying? 3 sevens, my calculation with 6 over here, okay? That'll go how many times? 9. It'll be 9 and then 3, 6, creation of the moons inside of on Jupiter. This one over here to 6 will go 4, and then you'll have 4, 6, which is 3/4 parts. 3/4 parts fit to the 168 hours in the week. This will be 6 into dog. It'll be 4. It'll be 1/3, talking about the hockey rink, because there's 3 periods in a game, 1 part each. This is creation through the cat, because the cat runs in 9 lives. 23 creation, 2 to the power 3, 3 to the power of 2. We get 89 in the high sky. Raphael in a short video bringing you the 6.6 billion people to the 9 lives of the cat, and go look up what a diamond is in this. It doesn't matter if it's 7.4 or 0.74. Remember, TIME, okay, equals to 47. TIME equals to 47. 61 plus 47 equals to 108. 4 times 27, every letter in the alphabet's worth 27, equals 108. Minus 47 equals to 61. The 1 spirit of the half-life, 91 is the spirit, 13 times 7. But the thing that I most really like about this is that 56, right, or 5 times 6 equals 30, plus 5, plus 6 equals 41. That is the DNA. That is a representation of DNA. Okay, and if well, the calculator turned off, but it turns into an H. The same time, because 0 was relevant there, 0 adds a 6, so 41 plus 6 equals to 47. Equals to 47, right? 41 plus 6, okay, equals to 47, right? Now check this out. 5 times 7, which is the moon part, equals to 35, plus 7 plus 5 equals backwards towards 47. Raphael, thank you for watching.